Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Goals Galore. Welcome back to yet another live stream on the channel. In this one, we are live for Wrexham hosting Southampton at the racecourse. It's a huge game in the Championship because both sides are in the race for that 6th place in the Championship, currently occupied by Wrexham. Southampton have a game in hand and there's 1 point in it. And Wrexham are 1 point ahead. Whoever wins this one is going to take a huge step closer to finishing inside the top 6. If Wrexham win this one, of course, then they're 4 points ahead of Southampton, but Southampton would have a game in hand. It's going to go right down to the wire, this playoff race, no doubt. And the teams and officials are on their way out here at the racecourse. Of course, Southampton made to have a game in hand due to the FA Cup commitment, which they beat Arsenal. You know, under Tom Derecker, they've been doing really well. On screen, you can see the lineup, so I'm going to quickly switch it so you can see how the away side are lining up this afternoon. Well, this evening now. Footy Talks, how are we doing? Hoping for a draw, says Kieran, of course. Hull, very good draw yesterday as well. Good to see you in here. Gary says Wrexham will win. Ooh, interesting thoughts there. Let me quickly just promote the stream on the community tab. Completely forgot to do that. I'm hoping for a good game of football here this evening. Lots of entertainment, fingers crossed. There was a lot of entertainment yesterday in all the other games as well. If you're going to enjoy, as always, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It goes a long way as well. Let me just put that, and there we go. Right. Making sure the notifications are off as well. We don't want any spoilers for this one. Yeah, two strong sides. Very strong. We'll have to see how it plays out on the pitch. Good to see you, Daniela. How are we doing? Good game for Swans yesterday. We're going to take a point. Yeah, Tom Derecker done very well at Southampton. Can he go all the way? Can these two play but don't give him any points? That's true. It's crazy the position Hull are in, by the way. They're close to the top 2, but they're also close to falling out of the playoffs. It's getting close in that section of the table. Kiefer Moore is back for Wrexham this evening. Of course, the Welsh international had a problem with his calf, I'm pretty sure. So will everyone let me know, by the way, how the sound and pitch quality is really lagging? Can you let me know about that as well? Because I've, as you can probably tell, changed the setup a little bit. Just want to make sure everything's all good. So Southampton go into a huddle in front of their fans in the corner. Still with the anthem jackets on as well. Well pleased, says Daniela. We'll go for a Southampton win. Interesting stuff there. My prediction for this one before we get into it. What did I say? Wrexham 1, Southampton 2 was my prediction in the prediction video. 2-1. I think Southampton, the momentum they've got at the moment, the players in that side, I think they'll be able to get over the line in this one. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you very much, Daniela. Thank you. Right then, let's get the timer ready. It's Wrexham versus Southampton at the racecourse. Let's go. Yeah, Laren up top for Southampton. They've rested a lot of their key players as well. When I say rested, they have just played Arsenal. So no Cienza in the 11. He instead is on the bench, and we are rolling. Nope, we have to restart it. Right, okay. I don't know why, but the referee not happy with the start, so we're going to have to redo it. I think he forgot to start his timer on his watch. There we go. We are officially underway for the second time in this one. No way. Third time. What's going on here? The referee can't start his watch. So we're going to... Third time, lucky ref. For the third time this evening, we're underway in this one. Between Wrexham and Southampton. Surprise, it's actually started now. Gary's gone for a 2-0 Wrexham win this evening. I think a win for Wrexham is absolutely massive for them tonight. Phil Parkinson's done a very good job with them this season. Of course, this game was in the opening day of the season, this match week, and it was a 2-1 Southampton win at St Mary's. We were live for that one. Wrexham, of course, won a lot, looked really good in that one, and then Southampton with Ryan Manning from the free kick as well, helping them get the 3 points. That was under Will Still at the start. Then went south for that man in Southampton, and since Tom de Reckert has been sensational for them, really. A lot of draws from yesterday's games, yeah, loads. Mostly at the bottom as well. Of course, it was West Brom, Blackburn sharing the points. Portsmouth, Oxford as well. That was a huge game. So, ball with Southampton at the back here, with Ryan Manning at left back. Long ball over the top, searching for a Dozy. Second ball won instead by Azaz. Southampton coming forward here. Ball to the centre is blocked by Cleworth, but it's still alive. A Dozy skipping through. Goes down in the box. And I think he's gone out for a goal kick. Dobson down in the build up to it for Wrexham. Well, that was very direct there from the wingers of Southampton. A Dozy and Azaz helping it on as well. He's been brilliant. A Dozy skipping past the challengers, goes down. Yeah, it's a goal kick. Exciting stuff there from the ex-Man City winger, I'm pretty sure. And Dobson here, he's got the medics on the pitch and he's still on the deck. Doesn't look too comfortable. So an early break in play here. Yeah, let's quickly run you through the results from yesterday. A lot of you would have known them, but let's quickly just go back through them. Portsmouth Oxford 2-2 with Pompey playing with 10 men. Millwall losing to Norwich 2-1 at the Den. Blackburn 0, West Brom 0. Bristol City 1, Sheffield United 0 under Roy Hodgson, of course, yet again. Derby 2, Stoke 0. Ipswich 2, Birmingham 1. Preston 1, QPR 1. Wednesday 1, Leicester 1. Watford 1, Charlton 1. Swansea 2, Middlesbrough 2, and Hull 0, Coventry 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 draws yesterday in the Championship. That is crazy. I didn't realise it was that much. Gary says he was at Oxford. Oh wow. At the Oxford game. Yeah, that seemed an interesting one. From an Oxford point of view though, you're going to be fuming. You've won the game in the 81st minute, and then of course 88th minute or whatever it was, Dazelle scoring, you'll be gutted, aren't you? So Dobson's still down at the moment. I tell you what, Leicester, they're in huge trouble now. They got Swans at the weekend, and then 4 games after that. They generally could go down. It's if Oxford or Portsmouth can string a few wins together now though. So Dobson's still down on the deck. Loads of Southampton fans have made the trip for this one to Wrexham. Quite a long journey that. And Dobson now back up on his feet, and he'll serve his 30 seconds off the pitch. Of course, for the World Cup, which is coming up this summer, there is a lot of rule changes. So for the World Cup, of course, we're going to be doing quite a lot of live streams as well, loads of watch-alongs. This is the place to have all the action for the World Cup. Lots of late night, early morning streams as well, with the timings of the World Cup matches, and a lot of rule changes as well for that. You could be time now when you're taking your throw-ins, otherwise it will switch possession of the throw-in if you take too long, just like we see now with goalkeepers holding the ball for too long. Yeah, loads of that stuff. Just basically clamping down on time wasting, which is a very good thing. Should have kept the game 2-1 with 9 minutes left. Yeah, it's a real shame for Oxford, but I tell you what, under what was it, Matt Bloomfield, and with Will Lancashire up top, definitely got a chance of staying up. Peretz on the ball here. 5 minutes played at the Stockhaz Stadium. Used to be known the race course, of course. Wrexham now with the ball. Not much football being played in the opening 5 minutes. Here's Kiefer Moore holding the ball up. Dobson back on the pitch and moving the ball over to the right for Cleworth. Kabore now. He was brilliant in that game for Wrexham against Swansea just a few weeks ago before the international break. Welcome in, Eugene. How are you doing? Congratulations to Lincoln for getting promoted to the Championship next season. Yeah, first time since 1961 that Lincoln will be in the second tier. Absolutely brilliant story. 10 years ago they were in the National League, just like Wrexham. And I honestly think that is a bigger, how would we say it, fairy tale than the Wrexham one. You know, it's absolutely brilliant, but it's not getting any coverage because they haven't got Hollywood owners, have they? But no, it's a fantastic job, and I think Michael Scubala's side have done brilliant. The last couple of seasons they've missed out in the playoffs and stuff, but this year to win the league as well, not an easy league to win. Ball left hand side here for Southampton. Larin, the big Canadian I think he is, into the box it goes, and a miscue there in the middle. Wrexham get it away. Good to hear, good to hear. Here's Jack Stevens for for Southampton. You can tell it's time for an early water break when you're getting the teams wrong. Larin on the attack there and dispossessed by Callum Doyle. I thought, let me know in the chat if you watched the FA Cup game between Southampton and Arsenal. I thought Southampton were brilliant. Ball with Ryan Manning at halfway for Southampton. Azaz can't get anything on it and it runs straight through to Doyle. And neither side really able to hold on to possession at the moment. Dominic Hyam, centre of defence for Wrexham. Dispossessed here and now Adozie into midfield. Azaz scanning. Finds James Bree up from right back. Matsuki, ball into the centre. Cleared away by Dominic Hyam. And flicked on there by Moore. But it's gone to Southampton. Flynn Downs on the ball once again. They've got quite a few ex-Swans players in this side, don't they, Southampton? Manning, Downs. Into box it goes. Larin, header! He's hit the bar! And he's hit the bar again! Southampton so close to taking the lead. They've hit the bar twice in a matter of seconds. James Bree cross into the arms of Okonkwo. Wow. Well, it just never looked like it was gonna dip, and it just fell. Ryan Manning with the initial cross into the box. Larin header. That's the one that never looked like it was going in. It just dipped last second. Crashed off the crossbar. Rushing in was Finn Azaz, who headed onto the crossbar as well. Crazy. Port Vale beating Rotherham 1-0. A massive game at the bottom of League One, that one. And surprising there for Rotherham because they're usually the yo-yo between Championship and League One. And Port Vale, of course, done very well in the FA Cup as well. Matsuki on the right here. Can Southampton break the deadlock? Azaz picks up the second ball from distance. Shot will go out for a corner to the visitors. 9 minutes in. Southampton starting to put their stamp on this game. By the way, what a ball from Ryan Manning. Larin does very well to get on the end of it. He loses his marker. And I cannot believe Finn Azaz has missed the second opportunity there. That is crazy. But here we go for the corner. For the Saints. From the left hand side. In the swinger. Likes to Howard Bellis up there. It's gone across the floor. Not quite worked out. And the referee says he's seen a foul in the middle. So free kick Wrexham. So 10 minutes played here. Still 0-0 just about. Do let us know in the chat, who do you think will be getting into the playoffs? Wrexham, Southampton, or even both of them? Will Hull or even Middlesbrough drop out of the playoffs? Do let us know your predictions. Okonkwo for the free kick for Wrexham. Down it goes over halfway. Howard Bellis wins that. Matsuki wins a throw-in for the visitors. It would be interesting to see the stats at the moment. So 57% possession for Southampton as it stands. Picked up from Azaz. Now Kyle Larin on the right hand side. Red shirts to beat. Second time lucky. Plays it to Azaz. Azaz on the left foot. Cuts back onto his right. Finds Matsuki. 1-0 Southampton. They've taken the lead here in a massive game for the race for the playoffs. And it's the visitors, Southampton, who score first. Matsuki with a fantastic goal there. And Southampton lead at the racecourse. Tonda Eckert with no reaction at all. It's a simple finish made by Finn Azaz. Is he onside? There's no VAR to change it. I tell you what, I think Kabore on the far side might even be playing him on. Matsuki has so much time in the box. What a ball from Azaz to break the line. Matsuki touch, shimmy, bang, near post. Okonkwo beaten. And Southampton as it stands are back in the top 6. 12 minutes in, 1-0 to the Saints. A huge goal and a huge step to achieving their playoff dreams this season for the Saints. Well, 1-0, and now Wrexham are going to come out fighting because the first 12 minutes they've done nothing. At a packed out racecourse stadium. The supporters will for sure have their expectations set high. Yeah, Tonda Eckert with not much of a reaction to that goal. He must be pleased though, surely. Larin brings it down. Broadhead wins it for Wrexham. Broadhead takes on some Southampton players. One back by Flynn Downs. Now making Wrexham chase and a high press. Followed by a long ball by Ryan Manning. Seen out a play by Max Cleworth. Hyam finds Okonkwo. Keeps it moving. Now it's Southampton chasing. Up to Kiefer Moore. Heavy touch. Matsuki wins that duel on this near side. And a free kick given away of Southampton. Matsuki so far been a real handful on that right hand side. He does like to come inside as Bree uses the wide space and almost play like a second attacking midfielder. So Howard Bellis for the free kick for Southampton at the halfway line. Long floated ball. Finds Adozie on the opposite side in loads of space. Inside the box here, Adozie travels out. His cross shot effort is wide. And they're still doing work to that stand, Wrexham, behind the goal. I wonder when that's supposed to be done by. Surely next season they'll have all the stands. So Southampton back in possession. Over halfway it goes. Azaz finds Adozie. Adozie in the box here for Southampton. Adozie across the face of goal, and it should be 2. James Bree won't keep it in play. It's a throw into Southampton anyway. Wow. Well, I tell you what, Adozie, he's dancing through the red shirts of Wrexham at the moment. Playing really well. James Bree on the right hand side for the throw in. Away by Hyam. Still alive in there. Matsuki brings it down and the referee says free kick against the Saints. Well, I don't think Wrexham have done anything in this game so far. Really slow starters. Yeah, they haven't had a shot at all or anything like that. So, as it stands in the table, Southampton go 6th, 66 points, 2 points behind Hull, with a game in hand on Hull as well. And Wrexham 64 points, 4 off Hull, 2 off Southampton who have a game in hand. And it's looking slim for Derby with their chances in the playoffs at the moment. That's the last side I'd include in the playoff race at the moment is Derby County. But even then their chances aren't great at the moment. But you never know. It is the Championship. The impossible can become possible in this league. Here is Peretz in goal for Southampton. Not a big fan of him, if I'm honest. I don't think he's the most capable pair of hands, but in a Southampton side like this, you don't really have to do too much with how much they attack, and Adozie runs the ball out of play. Yeah, for me, I think it'll be Coventry top, and I think they'll win the league fairly soon. I think it's Blackburn away, which it will be confirmed by. I think they can actually win it mathematically this weekend, but they need a lot of other results to go their way. Second place, I think it will end up being Ipswich now. Third place, I think that will go to Millwall. I think Middlesbrough slipped down to 4th. Fifth, I actually see Southampton moving up to 5th. And then 6th place, I think Hull will hang on to it. Yeah, they've looked really good this season. They've been in the playoffs for most of it as well. And then I think 7th will be Wrexham, 8th Derby. Wrexham just to miss out this season, I think. The quality on the top 6 within them sides are really good, but in terms of the league this season, we haven't necessarily had a runaway winner. You know, Coventry were caught by Middlesbrough in February, and since that match-up between the two sides, it's only then been Coventry to, go on a little good run. Here's Broadhead into midfield, finding Windass. Now Wrexham finally able to start moving the ball forward. Still awaiting their first shot of the game. Here's Windass on the right in the box here. They've got to pull the trigger surely. He just runs into trouble, does the Welshman, Nathan Broadhead. Big chance though. Loads of space was opening up, and Carl Laren held back by his man. Nothing given from the referee there. Gary says his score is done. Still 1-0 at the moment, Gary. Still 1-0. Over the top it goes. Intercepted, and Southampton win the ball back. Matsuki dispossessed now. Thompson cross into the box. Away. Southampton making hard work of it defensively. One back by Matsuki on the right hand side now. Down the line it goes. Laren. I'll tell you what, Laren's been brilliant so far in this one. Taken out by Doyle. It's going to be a throw in to Southampton. High up the pitch here. Yeah, Nathan Broadhead dancing feet in the Southampton box, but couldn't pull the trigger and put an effort on Peret's goal. So throw in to the Saints. James Bree to take. Finds Azaz. Bree. Back to Azaz. Now Matsuki. Back to Downs it goes. Downs. With loads of space here. And finds Shea Charles. Moving it across to Adozie. Edge of the box here. Manning getting involved now. Just passing it around the Wrexham penalty area. And out for another throw to Southampton. Manning for the throw-in. And it goes in a dozy. Fouled by Cleworth. Or Cleworth, however it's pronounced. And a free kick here for Southampton from the left-hand side. A second goal here would be absolutely massive if they could get it. Kabore and Windass make up a two-man wall for Wrexham. Southampton standing over it is James Bree, the right back from the left-hand side. Loads of yellow and blue shirts in the centre. Bree driven in. Falls to Downs, it's in! 2-0 Southampton! And Flynn Downs with a huge blow to Wrexham and their playoff hopes. 2-0 to the Saints. Flynn Downs' first goal of the season. What a time to get it. 2-0 Southampton. Ball driven in along the floor to a dozy, I think it is. Cleared only to the edge of the box where Flynn Downs is, unmarked, and he just stabs it into the back of the net. Fantastic goal from Southampton. And they lead here 2-0 away at the racecourse. Southampton show no signs of slowing down in the race for the playoffs. Still with a game in hand as well. And Wrexham now with 22 minutes on the clock is starting to worry. The goals 10 minutes apart between Matsuki and Flynn Downs. Now it's 2-0. Well, I wonder if Gary was saying about the goal then. Are we just really far behind? Let's see. What does Footmob say the time is? 24:37 apparently. It's on Sky Sports Plus, so whether my stream's just quite slow on that, I'm not too sure. Southampton in the middle of the park here, trying to get forward. Just trying to match the stream time up to what's actually being played. There you go. That's better. So 2-0 Southampton. Huge result as it stands. And it could still be more. Advantage played for Southampton. Shay Charles onto the left hand side it goes. Adozie. Inside the box here. Shot into the gloves of Okonkwo. Easily claimed by the Wrexham number 1. It's crazy that Adozie, the left winger, isn't even Southampton's first choice winger. Absolutely crazy. Here's Broadhead. Playing through the lines now are Wrexham. O'Brien finding Doyle. Doyle finding O'Brien. He's got a great goal last Friday, sorry, against West Brom in the comeback from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 at the Hawthorns. Thomason back across to halfway it goes for Wrexham, and all the way back to a conquering goal. Edge of his box, clears up to Kiefer Moore, wins that initial header but flicked on by Downs to win it back for Southampton. And now Laren to Manning. I tell you what, Laren's been absolutely brilliant in this one. If he had a goal to his name, which he should have when he hit the crossbar, you really could have a shout for man of the match if that was to be the case. Back to Peretz in goal. Well, I do still think that Wrexham are just a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Surely they're going to put up a bit more of a fight in this one. Peretz waiting for the press from Wrexham. Foot over the ball. Uses Downs. Long ball by Peretz now. Manning. Able to get that one forward. Dozy. Beat into it by Cleworth. And now Wrexham looking to spread the play. Dobson in midfield. Southampton are very well organised off the ball here. Their work rate off the ball is brilliant. That's a brilliant pass to Thomason, but he is offside according to the linesman. Yeah, definitely an offside there. Good call from the official on the far side. Now, Phil Parkinson does not look too happy at the moment. Southampton still hungry for more goals in this one. Fouling O'Brien in that occasion though. That's what I mean, the talent in the Championship is absolutely crazy. O'Brien at Wrexham, such a huge signing in the summer. Here is O'Brien. Back it goes once again to Hyam. I think Wrexham are just trying to overload in midfield, but Kiefer Moore's having to drop deep. It's just because Southampton are so organised. Welcome in, Paul. How are we doing, mate? Good to see you in here. Good couple of wins under Roy Hodgson for Bristol City. You must be delighted. Here's Downs finding Shea Charles in midfield. Across it goes to Matsuki, finding Azaz. His touch is non-existent, but the free kick given for the foul on Matsuki. No worries, Gary, you're all okay. I thought you were trying to change your score prediction, to be honest, so you sort of got away with that one. Ball goes back here to Jack Stevens, a leader at the back. Laren dispossessed there. Wrexham trying to go forwards. Wrexham at the moment just cannot do anything, and it's Southampton who are making easy work of this. But from a viewer's point of view, it's not been too exciting the last few moments. Referee just going to have a word with Matsuki, a bit of pushing going on off the ball. As we've reached the half-hour mark here at the racecourse. 30 minutes played. Free kick Doyle takes. That's not a great free kick, and it's nowhere near the box. And now Adozie, he's not going to be beaten in a foot race. Adozie into the box it goes. Goes down. Referee not interested in anything for a penalty there. Only team with maximum points this Easter. That's a very good point, yeah. What was Southampton's last game? 40. Alright, they haven't played Ipswich, have they? I had Arsenal in the FA Cup, of course. I was going to say, surely it would have been Southampton as well, but no, sounds about right actually. Easter is always a big occasion in the football calendar. Of course, that weekend where 6 points are up for grabs, and at that point in the season, anything can happen. And it's a huge part of the season as well. Left it too late for playoffs. Pleased for Lincoln going up yesterday. Yeah, brilliant for Lincoln. Cannot wait to see them in the Championship next season. Lots of coverage coming from for Lincoln next year as well. Wrexham ball to the centre, flicked on by Broadhead, and it's hit the post. Well, that's the third time in this game we've seen the woodwork hit. Twice within a matter of seconds for Southampton, and that's the first one for Wrexham. Nathan Broadhead's header looked to be going wide, but just clipped the post. Yeah, it's a big 13 minutes here for Wrexham before half time. They need to, just give a little bit more. Another stadium to attend, not being there, says Daniela. Yeah, ticking all the stadiums off. Let us know in the chat how many of the 92 have you completed. This goes for everyone. How many stadiums have you visited in the 92? Here is Zaz. Loses out and now O'Brien. Trying to skip forward. O'Brien back to Doyle. And now it goes back all the way to Okonkwo. Laren with the press. Flicked on all the way through to Windass in the box. Shot. Goal. 2-1. Now we have a game on our hands. And it will stand. It looks like there's something wrong with it, but no, it will stand. 2-1. Josh Windass with a massive goal for Wrexham. Well, I didn't see that one coming. It's been all Southampton, but a mistake from Wrexham. It's because Keeper Moore climbs on top of a player to win the initial header, flicking it on to Windass. It looked like the referee surely would stop the play, as Harwood Bellis was down. Stevens was one of the only Southampton players back, and he was beaten, turned inside out by Windass, who slotted it into the bottom left corner. And we have a game on our hands here at the racecourse. 2-1 now. Stop the count, that's my prediction. Wow, what a game here. On goals galore, long may it continue as well. 3 goals in the opening 35 minutes. I did just say it was a huge 10 minutes or so for Wrexham before half time. And they've just got their goal to get them back into this one. Pulls off to Lincoln next season with, I presume, Bristol City, or maybe even in the home end. Yeah, it'd be a great away day next year, Lincoln. I'm still waiting to tick off Portsmouth away. Hopefully next season, if they're still in the division, that is. Need to make sure I do it next year before they actually drop out the Championship. Fingers crossed they can start picking up now, Portsmouth, next few years. They were really good last year. Throw in for Wrexham. Are you going Leicester on Saturday, Daniela? Got the King Power. I was hoping to get to that one, but the Swansea Jack coach is all sold out, so no way of getting there at the moment, unfortunately. I think I put 2-2. Yeah, Daniela did point that out earlier. Actually, I didn't realise how many draws there were yesterday. 7 altogether out of 11 games. Your last away game for this season. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, should be a good one. Winning the Premier League 10 years ago, it's quite exciting, to be fair. Now in the Championship, a fallen, well, I wouldn't say a fallen giant, but you know, a club fallen so much in the last 10 years is pretty crazy. Few going on the train, yeah. Callum Doyle picked up a yellow card here for Wrexham. Here's Bree. Into the box it goes. Still alive. Azaz. Matsuki now. Still alive in there. Now Bree. Forced back now, and Wrexham. Last 5 minutes have really started to turn the screw and put Southampton under some pressure. Something we've not seen so far in this game. Here's Laren in the box, over the bar and over the fence into the new stand as well. well wide, but Laren once again getting himself in them good positions. Flicked over from Matsuki. Hyam had no chance there against Laren, and Laren just got the finish all wrong. Got under it way too much. Azaz trying to get through. Free kick given away of Wrexham once again. It's deteriorated since their owner got killed. His son took over and things have fallen apart. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a really good, well, not good, but it's a really big story is what I'm trying to say at Wrexham. At Leicester. I can't even get my words out. Yeah, it's crazy because the helicopter crash, of course. And then his son had to take over, as you say. And then things, just haven't been right since. But winning the Premier League that recent, and then on the verge of League One, that's what I mean. Windass into the box it goes. Windass, more screaming for it. Didn't lay it off. Windass went alone. It's sad, really. Oh yeah, really, it is. You know, clubs like that and Blackburn as well that have done well in the Premier League shouldn't be this far down the Championship in such a short space of time, really. Here's Doyle, left-footed delivery, and Pertz collects at his near post on that occasion. "40 minutes played." How many added minutes does everyone think we're going to get at the end of the first half? We're bringing back added on time bingo. I'll go with 3 minutes at the end of the first half. We had that Dobson injury. We've had 3 goals, a few free kicks as well. So it must be at least 3 minutes. He was a good owner, bought all the players brand new cars. Wow. Well, I didn't know that. That is, very good owner if he's doing that. Crazy. Must have had a lot of pocket money. 4 minutes is Daniela. Here's Broadhead on the left hand side into the box. It goes, and Perez was alert. Diving onto that one to keep it at 2-1. I think it was Stevens who was there first, but Kiefer Moore was looking. Kiefer Moore here in the box, shot blocked by Howard Bellis. Well, Wrexham really have come to life in the last 10 minutes here. They really have. They won't want the half-time whistle to go here. 3 shots, 1 on target, which was the goal for them. Broadhead hit the post as well, so when you think of it, it's yeah, starting to get quite even here. And another shot, Windass over the bar. Yeah, that's crazy, Daniela. Great ball there from Kiefer Moore over the top to Windass, and into the stands it went. Disappointing end product there for the man that's got Wrexham back into this game. Throw into Southampton here. Phil Parkinson, not too happy it's a Southampton throw and not a Wrexham throw. Still another break in play here. It must be at least 3-4 minutes here added on. Here's James Bree throwing up towards Larin. Dropped for Shea Charles. Now Azaz. Twisting and turning. Out to the right hand side it goes. Azaz once again. Finds Bree. Azaz once more. Bree can't get past Thomason. Another throw in to the visitors Southampton. Bree to Downs once again. Forces it back to Howard Bellis. Matsuki coming inside once again. Finding Manning. Manning's ball into the centre is blocked and turned behind for a corner by Dominic Hyam, the man with the armband for Wrexham. James Bree going across to take this corner. A minute before the 45th. Here we go, James Bree. Corner, in swing up. Headed away by Hyam. Only as far as Shea Charles, but he goes all the way back to his keeper, who's basically at the halfway line here. And there's a man or two down for Wrexham. I think one of them's Hyam, one of them Cleworth. Getting back up now. Right, how many added minutes will we have to the end of the first half? Let's have a look. How long? 4 minutes added on at the end of the first 45. 4 minutes shit. So continue here with a drop ball for Southampton. Stevens back on the ball. That's a bingo for Daniela there. Add on time bingo. Here's Downs out to the left hand side. It's going to go all the way through for a Conquo goal kick. Let me just get the app ready for half time. We're going to do something a little bit different. Hopefully it all works. what's it called? Hopefully I have long enough to complete what we should do. We're going to try to predict the last 5 match weeks of the Championship of our thoughts right now. More than likely my predictions will change even before this match week upcoming at the weekend, but it'll be interesting for everyone else to see how we see the Championship table finishing this season. So let's wait for that to load while we watch the final few moments of this first half. Ball in the box here for Southampton, across the face of goal it goes. No one able to get the killer touch on it. It's still alive though. Here's Azaz finding Flynn Downs. Flynn Downs, ball to the centre. Still alive, away by Hyam. Southampton knocking on the door for that 2-goal cushion to be restored at the racecourse. Out to the left hand side now for Saints. Manning from deep goes along the floor this time. And free kick given the way of Southampton here. Dobson that time. The man committing the foul. Finn Azaz, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant play. He has probably been Southampton's best player in this first half, Finn Azaz. Matsuki's been pretty good as well. Laren, I've liked his movement. Downs has been really good in midfield with Shea Charles. A real team effort at the moment. So free kick for Southampton. Manning scored a free kick against Wrexham at St Mary's earlier on in the season on game week 1. This one's a lot further out, I think. Manning will take it. Floats it in, away, doesn't beat O'Brien, the first man. Back out to Manning, who goes all the way back at the halfway line to his goalkeeper. We've got 40 seconds remaining. It drops for Azaz. Twisting and turning, Finn Azaz. Still going. Shot into the gloves of a Okonkwo. You could see what Azaz was trying to do. Just couldn't pull it off there. And this should see us over into half time. Okonkwo sends that one over halfway. Flicked on by Moore, and on the end of it was almost Josh Windass there. So yeah, this will be now half time. There we go, half time in this one between Wrexham and Southampton. Wrexham 1, Southampton 2. Really dominant starts in the game from Southampton, pinning Wrexham in. First goal scored by Matsuki. Really good play by Finn Azaz to break the line, finding Matsuki in a load of space in the box and firing it past Okonkwo at his near post. The second goal come 10 minutes later from a corner, from a set piece at least. I'm pretty sure it was either a free kick or a corner. The ball was cleared to the edge of the box, and who was there? Flynn Downs was there to stab it home into the bottom left hand corner. Southampton then 2-0, looked very comfortable, but the Welsh side had to react, and they did, because Josh Windass, after the half-hour mark, kept on playing when many Southampton players stopped going. Ball flicked on from Kiefer Moore, and Josh Windass turned Jack Stevens inside out and slotted it home into the bottom left hand corner to bring the Welsh side back into this one for the second half, which should be very, very interesting in the second half, given that it's 2-1 now. And let's see how the rest of this one will go. Right, I'm going to share the screen. Let's see. Alright, we're going to try and predict the end of the season. 41 games have been played, 5 games for each side left to play. Let's try predict the rest of them. In the chat as well, as we go along, pick 2 or 3 games for each match week and chuck your predictions in as well. As I say, these are my predictions of literally right now. They're going to change by the next hour, let alone, you know, tomorrow. And when we do the prediction video for week 42 next up as well. Right, which screen was it? I think it was this one. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Can you still hear me? You should be able to. There we go. Right, let's have a look. So ignore the adverts. You cannot really get rid of them without paying, which is annoying. Okay, so match week 42. We'll begin with West Brom versus Millwall. This is a huge game. West Brom Millwall. Both sides need the points because West Brom in a lot of trouble down the bottom. Millwall need it to try and catch the top two. I do think the Hawthorns it'll end. I think Millwall just win it 2-1 there. Both sides to score. Coventry, Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday give Leicester a good game. Coventry are the favourites at home. I think they score quite a few in that one. They're pretty good going forward. Coventry. It's the derby. Norwich, Ipswich. I completely forgot. We might even be live then for that one. Potentially. Depends on Saturday's plans and whatever happens. But if I don't end up going to Leicester, then that one might be a watch-along. Norwich been flying. And you know what? I think they beat Ipswich, you know. They lost earlier on in the season. I'm going for a Norwich win there. Millwall to win, Coventry to win, says Daniela. Get the chat up as well. QPR versus Bristol City next up to predict. That'll probably be a draw, I think, 1-1. Charlton Preston. That's a really tough game to predict. Charlton Preston. 1-0 Charlton because they've been doing really well recently. Well, this season, not recently. They lost to Bristol City. They got a point against Watford, but you know. Swans against Leicester. I think we actually win that one 2-1. Confident. Middlesbrough Portsmouth. 2-2 draw. Oxford Watford. QPR to draw 1-1. Agreeing with my prediction there. Oxford Watford. Oxford need it more, so I think they get it. 1-0. Sheffield United versus Hull. Chance to draw. I go for an away victory here. 2-0 Hull. Southampton Derby. Oh, that's a huge game. Wow. If Derby are serious about the playoffs, they have to win on Saturday. Wow, I didn't realise that was one of the games going on. Southampton been flying though. Southampton have been flying. But will fatigue catch up with them come the weekend? 2-2 draw. Probably not enough for Derby there. Swansea to win. Middlesbrough 2-0. Swansea to win 3-0. Take 3-0. Stoke Blackburn. Stoke Blackburn. 2-1 Stoke. Birmingham Wrexham. That's a massive game. Well, the build-up would be huge. I think it'll be a 3-1 Wrexham and they'll have to win that. So my predictions after 42 would make the table look like this. So I'm predicting after this match week to the table to look like this. Coventry to go top on 87. Millwall second 75. Both Middlesbrough and Ipswich to drop points. 73, 72, 71, 67. And still it will only be 3 points off for Derby. Wow. I'm making this really interesting, aren't I? Swans 14th. Bottom three would be Wednesday, Leicester, Portsmouth. 3 points between Leicester and Oxford though. Alright, let's keep going. Blackburn, Coventry. Coventry, I think this is a game they can win the league in. We'll go for it. 3-0. Derby versus Oxford. 2-1 Derby. Millwall QPR 2-0 Millwall. Portsmouth Leicester. Wow. Portsmouth Leicester. That's huge. That is a huge game. You know what? At home, Pompey 2-1. Bristol City, Norwich. Bristol City, Norwich. 2-0 Norwich. I think Norwich are brilliant at the moment. Hull, Birmingham, 2-1 Hull. Preston, West Brom. 2-0 West Brom. Wednesday, Charlton. Charlton, 3-1. Swan, Southampton. Not looking forward to that game. I do think we'll lose that one, unfortunately. They're playing some really good stuff at the moment. Watford, Sheffield United. Watford 1, Sheffield United 1. Just go down the middle. Wrexham, Stoke 2-0 Wrexham. Ipswich, Middlesbrough. Wow, what a game! We've got some huge games coming up. Ipswich, Middlesbrough 2-1 Ipswich. So after 43, the table will look like this. I've still got Millwall in the top 2. Ipswich was still 2 games in hand. Southampton still in the top 6. Hull leapfrog Middlesbrough. Wrexham out on goal difference at the moment. Southampton game in hand. Swan still 14th. Oxford go in to the bottom 3. Portsmouth 5 above Leicester. Ooh, it's interesting. I've got to find the other games as well to predict that we missed. The games in hand. Coventry versus Portsmouth then. Coventry will drop points. They're on the beach after winning the league against Blackburn. Norwich Derby 2-2 draw. Oxford will lose because Wrexham can still get the playoffs. QPR 1, Swansea 2. Southampton, Bristol City 4-0 Southampton. They're looking really good at the moment. Stoke Millwall, Stoke 0, Millwall 2. West Brom Watford 1-1 draw. Leicester Hull. Oh, these are the midweek games as well. Leicester 1, Hull 1. Middlesbrough to win 3-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham Preston 1-1 written all over that one. Charlton Ipswich. Charlton 1, Ipswich 2. Sheffield United against Blackburn 2-1 to the Blades. Good evening, Scrinton. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. So after 44, it would be looking like this. That's very close. Swan's up to 10th. Wow. Oxford, Leicester in there. Blackburn dragged back in. 2 games left for Leicester to save their survival. Where's the other games we need to predict though? So Wrexham, Southampton is one of them. As it stands, it's 2-1, so that's what we'll put in. Southampton, Ipswich is the second last game of the season, so we'll predict that after. And then where was the game between Portsmouth and Ipswich that we need to predict? It was around January time, wasn't it? Pretty sure. There we go, 26. Portsmouth Ipswich. That's going to be a 1-1 draw. Back to 45. Southampton versus Blackburn 2-0 Saints. Leicester Millwall. Will Leicester have enough fight in them at this point? Surely they will. 2-1 Leicester. Huge game that. Huge game. That must be a Friday night. Charlton Hull. 2-1 Hull. Those were Watford. 3-1. 2-1. 1-0. Norwich to beat Swans. 2-1. Oxford Wednesday. Oxford 2-0. Huge win that would be. QPR 1, Derby 3. Sheffield United 1. Preston 0. Stoke 1. Portsmouth 0. Coventry Wrexham. Coventry on the beach, so Wrexham win 1-0. Well, I can't keep saying that. 1-1. Before the final day, How it look? I've got to be quick because I don't want to miss the second half. It's still warming up, it's fine. Ipswich are going into the top 2 with still 2 games left to play. Millwall third, a point off. Coventry would have been promoted to the Premier League. Hull dropped to 6th. Southampton to 4th. On goal difference. Wrexham 7th. Blackburn drop in with Leicester. Leicester have to win on the final day. Well, I've made this quite interesting, haven't I? We'll do the Southampton Ipswich game as well, which was 42, 43. Which metric was it? 40. There we go. Southampton Ipswich. 2-2. Another point for each side. And the final game of the season then. How will it end? I've got the playoffs looking like that at the moment. That is so close. So, how have Wrexham played 46? That doesn't make any sense. And Southampton. There's 46 games in the season. Well, I think the computer's messed up here, but we'll keep going. Blackburn Ipswich. Maybe it's because I've predicted their game right now anyway. Blackburn. All the players are coming out. Right, we'll be quick here. Blackburn Leicester final date, and I've got them both in the bottom 3. 3-1. Stoke to lose. That'll be 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 1-0. 1-0 as well. Preston Southampton. 2-0 Saints. 2-0 West Brom. 2-0 Swans. 4-1 Cov. And 3-2 Borough. Let's see what that does. The final table, how have I got it looking? Ignore Southampton and Wrexham. I don't know how it's got them that high. Maybe it's included the current result right now because they are playing. I'm not too sure. Ipswich second. Wow, 2 points through Millwall on Ipswich. That'd be crazy. Something 3 points off the top 2. If it goes as I predicted. Hull's dropped to 6th. Swans 10th. We take that. 81 points to get the playoffs. It surely won't be that high. Leicester survive on the final day. Oxford to go down. Wow. Blackburn, Oxford to go down. I saw I just put Oxford to win though. I didn't. To lose. Well, there we have it. That was a bit of fun at half time. Let's close that one down as well. Back to this one. That was a bit of fun. Hopefully you've all enjoyed my predictions and thoughts. Yeah, there's some huge games and it could work out crazy on the final day between Blackburn and Leicester. Can you imagine that? That would be absolutely crazy. Right, second half then to begin. Let's see how this one all unfolds, shall we? Wait for everything to load back onto screen. I don't think there's been any changes at the break yet. There we go, everything coming back onto screen now. Here we go then, second half has begun. A massive half in the Championship season between Wrexham and Southampton. Straight away Southampton in the box and out for a throw in for Southampton straight away. There we go. Straight away a quick start from the visitors. They want to get this game done and dusted. They don't want to have to worry about anything else this, at the moment. Go to Wrexham, get 3 points and get out of there is their motto at the moment, you'd imagine. Why is that not loading? There we go. Stevens finds Downs. Stevens once again out to the right hand side. Welcome, Brody. How are you doing? 3-2 Saints is your prediction. Well, that definitely could happen. Here's Manning. Good ball, and the Conqueror watched it all the way. "46 minutes played here. Good to see you in here though, Brody. Moore getting involved now. Out to the left hand side for Wrexham to get forward. Yeah, I don't think there was any subs at the break. Let's have another look just to be sure. No subs at the break as we started with the lineups. But Wrexham threatening here. Can they get an equaliser in this game? It would be huge if they could. Here's Doyle. Corner ball for Wrexham. Both sides have started the second half as they should have started the first. On the front foot. Wrexham though continuing where they left off in the first half. Yeah, if they can make it 2-2 here, that is massive if they can. It goes short from the corner. Into the box it goes. Peretz claims. And he's going to hold on to it instead of rushing to get rid. Out to Ryan Manning now. Down line it goes to Larin. And pass from a dozy straight to the Wrexham manager, Phil Parkinson, out of play. Kabore now. Didn't see much of him in the first half. Kabore will win a corner. No goal kick. Did it come back off him? It must have done. Ryan Manning very happy with that decision. He feels it's the correct one. Let's have a look. Kabore running at Manning. Oh, that's a good call. Great call from the official. So goal kick Southampton. Taken short. Manning. Great ball to Shea Charles. His ball isn't as good out to Adozi. Cleworth will win that one back. And how do you say it? Is it Cleworth or Max? It must be Cleworth. I'm not sure. Cleworth. This doesn't sound right. So 49 minutes played here. Must be some nervy people in this stadium right now at the racecourse, I'd imagine. Especially coming back from international duty and straight on a Easter Friday, Monday game. Well, this one Tuesday, but you know what I mean. A long ball down the line into the left channel, searching for Moore. Moore searching to flick it on and can't quite find a man in red. Back to Peretz, single for Southampton. Out of play, throw into Southampton, taken quickly by Larin. And the referee's going to pull it back. Too quick for the referee. He wants it retaken. Well, as it stands, it's a correct prediction for myself, but a long way left to go. I'm not too confident if it will stay this way. I do think there will be some more goals. We'll have to wait and see in the 65th, 70th minute. See how it's looking. We're a long way away from that right now. Ball back to Harwood Bellis. Cross to Manning. Now with Dozy, runs inside. O'Brien nicks the ball back. Kabore on the ball. Kabore lost that one to Manning. Manning loses the ball to O'Brien. And now Southampton with the ball back. Matsuki on that right hand side. Back it goes. Howard Bellis clears his lines. One ball forward. Ends up at the feet of Adozi. And Larin just made his run too early. Out to the right. Kabore. Chasing. Manning. Manning's got him in his pocket. Great ball. Up to Azaz, and Azaz is offside there. Yeah, some good football on display here. Jack Stevens intercepts that pass. Out to the right side it goes for Matsuki once again. Cuts inside. Matsuki. Finding Charles. Charles keeping it moving. Here's Manning. Goes down. Referee will indeed give the free kick. Dobson again. And Manning looks quite hurt here. Might even need a bit of treatment. Yeah, he's very late there, Dobson. Very late indeed. He has got his hand in the... what's the word? Bit of protection. So free kick here for Southampton. Definitely shooting range. Ryan Manning will be fancying it, as he did score against Wrexham for Southampton at St Mary's at the start of the season. Is he going to do the same here? Looks like he might cross it in. 3 players over it. They'd be fancying their chances here. Finazaz flicks it over the top, and he caught everyone off guard there. He's got his foot right under the ball. Looked like he was going to line it up for a shot. Chipped it over, and yeah, no one reacted apart from the goalkeeper there. Strange free kick. It was a good position there as well. Should have made more of that. I'd say it was off the training ground, but I don't think it was, because no one else had any idea what Azaz was doing there. Ball on the left hand side. Wrexham break free. Doyle's ball into Windass is pulled wide. Still alive in there. Kabore goes all the way through this time. Doyle will collect again. Ball into the box is cleared away. Out for a throw in to Wrexham. Now out to the right hand side. Kabore finds Windass. It's Wrexham on top at the moment. Broadhead finds Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore can't keep hold of it. And Azaz will break free here for Southampton. Through the centre he goes. Brought down to halfway line. He will win a free kick. That's for sure. They've shown that free kick again. The only man he can go for there is Larin, but I don't think Larin got the signal. He was a bit delayed in knowing what was happening. I think everyone was, though. Ball back to Peretz in goal. Out to the left hand side, the near side is Ozzy. Not been as active at the start of this second half. We'll be too surprised if there's a few subs in the next 5 minutes or so. Here's Flynn Downs. He has been running the game. Finds Laren. Shea Charles now. Out to the far side. Bree delivers right footed. Round the back was... Wow, Adozie was running round the back and it drops for Laren. Shot on goal is saved. A huge save by Okonkwo. Adozie running down the back. Pull clearance by Kabore. Laren twisting, turning. Shot straight at Okonkwo. It all happened way too much to even speak. A great save. It was straight at him, but he started to make the save. Well, if Wrexham gets something from this game, it will be with a huge thanks to Arthur Okonkwo. And I just said that Adozie, like his afternoon would be over. He hasn't done much second half. He's off here for Leo Cienza, a player I don't think we will see in the Championship after this season. Absolutely fantastic player. And Cienza on here. Welcome in, Camp Swan. How are we doing, mate? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Let me just do that. There we go. Confirmation of that substitution. Adozie off and Cienza on for the visitors. The first change of this game so far. Ball in midfield. Charlton with a good point at the weekend, Camp Swan, mate, against Watford. Unlucky not to win it, to be honest. Ball on the left hand side. Still calling it Wrexham 2, Southampton 3. They're on form. Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you, mate. Long shot and it's wide. Cleworth was closing in there. His shot was blocked and it goes out for a corner kick to Wrexham. Now, I went 2-1 Southampton. It currently is, but I do think there's more goals to come in this one, to be honest. I think we're not done with the action yet. I think it's fair to say. So Wrexham are going to crowd out this penalty area. Dobson to take. The likes of Kiefer Moore in the centre. Dobson, one arm in the air, one arm in a cast. And can't beat the first man. Out for a throw into Wrexham it goes. Dobson to take once again. He's going to leave it for his teammate though. Still Wrexham. Still Wrexham. Peretz collects. Out to the right hand side. Down it goes. For Southampton. Apparently went out of play before it reached Matsuki. The referee agrees, so it's going to be a throw into Wrexham. Taken quickly, and the Welsh side now with half an hour left, looking for an equaliser or maybe more at the racecourse. Good point. First City game was tragic. Yeah, crazy. The first meeting between Roy Hodgson and Charlton in his career. Wrexham, ball into the box away by Stevens. From that left hand side, Wrexham starting to become more and more dangerous. 30 minutes to play. But they've given it away to Carl Laren. This support, Laren will go alone. And Laren will score. And surely that's the 3 points for Southampton. Wrapped up and sealed. You'd think so anyway. A huge goal. Kyle Laren sends the fans from down south, from Southampton, absolutely crazy. Laren with a deserved goal. He's been absolutely incredible today, and I didn't realise he was that quick. A fantastic finish. That's his bread and butter. Max Cleworth had absolutely no chance in the foot race with him. The Southampton number 9, absolutely brilliant. And now Tonda Eckert will celebrate. He hasn't celebrated the last 2 goals, but he'll celebrate that one, which takes Southampton back with their 2-goal cushion over Wrexham. A huge goal in the race for the playoffs. Wow. Well, who saw that one coming? Wow. There's one more. My prediction is correct. Oh yeah, my prediction's wrong. Oh, I was doing so well. Both sides have great quality. They do indeed. 3-1 Wrexham now. Here is Kabore. Keeps it in play just about. Kabore to Cleworth. Out for a corner to the home side. Dobson goes short from the corner. Back to Dobson it goes. Cross into the centre. Flicked on by Kiefer Moore to the back post. Headed down. Stabbed away by Harwood Bellis. Still alive, Kabore. Instead he goes back to Okonkwo. Brilliant goal though. Still ahead in the league. I'm not sure. I think Paul might have caught me up. Potentially. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Paul's been leading. I didn't realise. I think match week 6 was the last time I was top. And in match week 7 was Paul going top and overtaking me. And since that point he's not been knocked off the top. I was looking back the other day when I was doing that post. I was thinking, when was the last time Paul wasn't top? And it's been ages, so it's a brilliant race. I think the top 7 though is really close. If someone has 2 good weeks, they can easily go up to top. You know, Daniela had 15 points, which was absolutely brilliant, Daniela, last week. So after this one I'll calculate it, and hopefully tomorrow I'll record week 42 predictions, or maybe Thursday. So I have to wait and see what happens during the day, I guess. And now Southampton, with the game at 3-1, will look to bring on some more changes. Ross Stewart, Wellington also down below us, if I've got the numbers to play a name correct. They're the 2 about to come on. 64 played. Azaz. Twisting and turning. Well, let me know if you've watched this game. Who is your man of the match at the moment? I'd have to go Finn Azaz at the moment. Cienza. Chopped by Kabore. Referee said he's got the ball. So it should be a corner to Southampton. It is indeed. Not had much this week with all the draws. It's okay though. If you have one good week and then one not so good, it sort of evens itself out, I guess. Now, I'll have to look back on what the highest scoring week is this season. I think it must have been about 18 or 19 points. Ryan Manning off here for Wellington. I think next season the Prediction League will be absolutely brilliant, because we've had some people come in late on in the season and predict the games, but from the start, obviously everyone starts on the same points, so next year should be even more competitive, which is what we really wanted to build, really. I just need to work on trying to get the videos out a little bit earlier, because otherwise it's not really fair, not giving everyone else much time to predict. So that's my aim for the end of this season, the World Cup, where we'll have our predictions as well, and a Prediction League, and then next year hopefully get the videos out. If they're playing on Friday and the weekend, get the video out for Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. Like before 4 o'clock on a Thursday. Something like that. The thing is with the World Cup though, it's so spread out all the games, so that's going to be really annoying. I've already had a look because I was trying to see what time kickoffs are for certain games. There's some that kick off at 5 AM. Could do them for a laugh. Here's Bree. Into the centre it goes. Header away. Cienza. Opens up. Edge of the D. Ball back in. And we'll run all the way through here to Kabori. Single sheet prediction for next year. I have not, no. Chunk goes down next season. I doubt that. I don't think you guys will next season. Don't get me wrong, it'll be close between, well, a lot of teams, but I think you guys, if you're going to go down, it would have been probably this season. We'll have to see the summer, I guess, what happens at every club. Yeah, uni does take first focus, but I do still want to try and be a little bit more organised next year. This year's been really difficult because, well, for example, on the 20th I've got quite a few bits of work all due on the same day. Things like 3 assignments, 1 2,000 word essay, all due on the same day. So although I'm off for Easter at the moment, it's not really a break, if you get what I mean, because still have to complete all that work. But we'll get it done though, don't you worry. Wellington for the throw-in. Flick through. Windass clears up. There's a charity game at the Swans as well. I think it's the 30th of May, I'm pretty sure. So I'll hopefully go to that one because it's a Saturday as well. My last exam's on the Monday the 1st of June. So I'll have the end of the Saturday and the Sunday to revise for that one as well as days before. So hopefully able to go to that one. Swansea 8th. I'd take 8th. Playoff. That's a playoff spot next season. Cheers, Count Swan. Appreciate that. Yeah, only 3 exams in the summer this year. Thank God. So far, hopefully we don't have any resets this year. Nothing will adapt you for anything like uni. This game's gone a little bit flat at the moment, hence why I'm talking not about the game. It's just gone a little bit flat. Yeah, it's crazy the difference from either, well, A-levels or college to uni is a huge step. But once you find your pattern, you're on the right track, I guess. Here's Kabore. Inside it goes to Dobson. O'Brien keeps the ball moving. Out to the left hand side it goes for the Welsh side. Dobson out to the left again. O'Brien. Thomasson. They need a goal here, Wrexham. Goes all the way through to Kabore. Shot blocked. Out for a throw-in. 20 minutes to go. Wrexham in a hurry here. They don't want to see their season fade out here. Still with 5 games left to go. 15 points to win. And maybe even a promotion to the Premier League. All on the line. I do think though, Southampton going in 6th at the moment, I think they'll end up finishing 4th or 5th. Could be a crazy end. Oh, stabbed away from danger there by Wellington. Kabore puts it into the centre. Pertz off the post. Pertz missed it. And off the post there from Kiefer Moore. Another woodwork hit. Forgot the Champions League was on tonight. Real Madrid losing to Bayern Munich 2-1 at the Bernabeu, and Sporting 0, Arsenal 0 as well. Forgot there was games going on. Mbappe's just scored for them. I'm just trying to see the table. Let's have a look at this hitting the woodwork. Yeah, bottom of the post hit from Kiefer Moore. Third time this game, Wrexham have hit the woodwork. Dobson off here, it's changes for Wrexham. Matty James is on for Wrexham. And Broadhead off as well, he hasn't done much in this one. So the gap between Southampton and Hull would be 2 points of Southampton with game in hand. Wrexham 2 points off Southampton, could be 5 by the time Southampton if they beat Ipswich. Nine years ago never gets easier. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Exams, I said, are designed to catch you out. Here's James. Back it goes. Clipped over to the left hand side now. That's gone out of play for a throw in to Southampton. Kabore taken out late there. They're just showing, Sky is just showing a highlight. Wellington yellow carded for a late challenge. I'm still gassed, by the way, about the setup of the lineups on the side, the scoreboard on the top, because as I say, there was a yellow card there for Wellington. So if I put that in, we can just have a look at this. Oh, away there, Wrexham were coming down the side. Yeah, look at this. Put the player's name in, yellow card, red card, whatever. I think it's just absolutely brilliant. Here we go. Southampton on the attack. 16 to play. Cienza. Onto his right foot. Finds Wellington, the man on a yellow card now. Flynn Downs keeping the ball moving. Loved our first game against Ipswich. Dream in the second one at the Valley. Result against Sheffield United. Clutching back a point 3-3. Right, it was 3-3. Adam Eder come off the bench and actually did really well for a change. As harsh as it sounds. Yeah, 3-1 down. Back to 3-3. Draw against Middlesbrough. We take it. Unbeaten over Easter. Corner kick here for Southampton in front of the travelling fans. Can they add a fourth here? Let's see. Wellington left foot in swinger from the right hand side as you look at the goal. Goes towards the back of the crowd. Not kept in there, but kept in possession of Southampton. Cienza goes backwards to Finn Azaz. Azaz will try find Wellington again. He does so. Great ball out to Wellington, who puts a really good ball in as well. Drops for Downs. Shea Charles on the turn. Keeps it moving. It hits the post again. How many times is the woodwork going to be hit here? Cienza keeps it alive. Back post. Off the line by Hyam. Well, whose shot was that? It must have been Azaz. Ross Stewart it was. Ross Stewart. Was absolutely brilliant at Sunderland. Had that injury. Went to Southampton, of course. And almost scored a fantastic goal there. Hit the post. I think that's the 4th time this game the woodwork has been hit. Good results for the Swans, absolutely. Hopefully next season now we can get the playoffs. Fingers crossed. I really hope next year's a special year. We've had quite a few years now where it's just been mid-table, relegation threatened, mid-table. You know, I want an exciting year next year. Everyone does, but fingers crossed we actually get it. Longman also on, by the way, for Wrexham. You come on for Kabore. The same time James come on for Dobson. I had to think then. So 13 minutes to play. The only ones singing are the away fans. But Wrexham are on the ball at the moment. Rathbone on the left hand side. Here's Doyle. Keeping it alive. Here's Matty James now. Oh, what? Who is that? What's he doing? What is Rathbone doing there? That's really poor. So, throw in here James Bree to take for Southampton. Down it goes. Cienza. Referee stop play. For some reason. Don't know what he's given there, but we're still playing. Longman, down the line it goes. Ah, it's a really poor touch there from Windass. Just dribbles the ball out of play, really. Just in slow motion. I don't know what happened there. Why the ref stopped the game, I don't know. And then the cameras cut back to the game and he was still playing. No idea what happened there. As always, if you're enjoying the stream, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It's a huge result as it stands in the Championship, where Southampton will be taking over 6 spots after Wrexham took it over from Southampton on Easter Friday, on Good Friday. Bree did brilliantly for our loan spell with him. Great player for Southampton. When did Bree go on loan to Charlton? Was that from... I don't remember Bree going on loan to Charlton. What year was that and who was it from? Was that when he was at Luton? When he was coming through? O'Brien short into the gloves of Peretz. So 10 to play here. Finazaz in the referee's book, yellow carded as well. Wellington charging forward. He's got Cienza with him. Cienza takes on the pattern. And he's fouled in the process there. December to January. This year? I don't remember that. Oh, is that why you guys went for Harry Clark from Ipswich? I know he joined in January. Ryan Longman in the referee's book, yellow card. I don't remember James Bree going to Cheltenham. Must have been living under a rock in December to January. But a lot was going on. I had all the stress of uni back then. So I probably wasn't paying much attention to football back then. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I'm not gonna lie. That seems like a very short loan though. He must have come in the summer though. No? And called back in January. Wellington, ball into the centre. Header, oh, it's 4-1. Ross Stewart does get his goal. And Wrexham get hammered. Harwood Bellis shushing the home fans. It's 4-1. A statement victory for the Saints. Ross Stewart hit the post moments ago, but he gets his goal here. 4-1 Southampton. An emphatic victory here away at the racecourse. Great balling from Wellington from a set piece. Header hits the floor, bounces up, and Okonkwo gets nowhere near it. I say nowhere near it. He is sort of close, but he's well beaten, I think it's fair to say. A great goal from Southampton, who put 4 past Wrexham. And I don't see Southampton dropping out of the playoffs anymore. They will almost certainly still be here come the end of the season. As it stands, then we play a Millwall over 2 legs. Middlesbrough over 2 legs. Hull have Millwall over 2 legs. But with that game in hand, it could, it could be crazy. I still think that Southampton potentially finish above Middlesbrough. That's my bold claim. I do think that the 4 teams in the playoffs will get mixed around quite a lot over the next few games. Everyone's predictions gone now. It's 5-1. What is going on? Finn Azaz gets his goal. 5-1. I didn't even see the goal. Finn Azaz. He is our man of the match tonight. And he's got Southampton their 5th goal this evening. 5-1. I didn't even see it. What an away day for Southampton. Wrexham destroyed in their own backyard. Well, let's actually have a look at the goal. I didn't even see it. 5-1 away at Wrexham. Goals galore tonight. Okonkwo, he's made a hash of it. Charles plays it on a plate. What is Okonkwo doing? On a plate for Azaz to hit the back of the net. He's not going to miss from there. Made by Cienza. Okonkwo with another error in a Wrexham shirt. It's a howler. And it's 5-1 Southampton. Wrexham torn apart. Put that in the Hollywood movie. Welcome in, Jamsky. How are we doing, mate? The goals are flying in. Absolute non-stop here. 5-1. Well, I think we want 6 here, don't we, for Southampton? The scary thing is, though, Swans' next home game, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, is against these lot. I'm not looking forward to it. I think you might be right. With Southampton, Middlesbrough coasting at the moment. Yeah, Middlesbrough are in free fall. No wins in the last 5 games. 3 draws. 2 defeats. That's just not good enough to get even the playoffs. Yes, they've had some tricky games, but they should be winning against some of the sides they've dropped points to. If you want to make the Premier League, you have to be beating some of them sides. I think although Millwall lost at the weekend, it was to an informed Norwich side who, since Clements got appointed at Norwich, I don't think any other side has got more points than Norwich. Maybe Coventry are in there or thereabouts, but Norwich are definitely high up on that list. This will be a dent to their ego. It'll be brilliant. It'll be absolutely brilliant. How they celebrated after beating us as well. Just for, what, a month later? To get battered by Southampton in their own backyard. Scary one for the Jacks, that one. Fingers crossed. The Mighty Swans will come out on top of that one. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. I'll take a point right now. I'll snatch a hand off for a point against them for 2 weeks' time. That'll be an interesting one, though. I think it'll be like the Coventry game, where they'll teach us a lesson how to hit the back of the net. Yeah, well, it looks like they'll be here next season. Wrexham. Could be brilliant next year. Swans, Cardiff, Wrexham. All in the same league next year. Absolutely brilliant. Just think of the Swans fixture list next season. We'll have Bristol City away, of course. Wrexham, Cardiff. Maybe even Tottenham. Lincoln in there. Maybe even Bradford. First time we'll play them since 2013, 24th of February, winning the Capital One Cup. They're in the mix of the playoffs. Yeah, next year could be absolutely brilliant. It could be one for the... It could be an all-timer of a season next year. All-timer of a championship season. But on the left-hand side, still the game not over. Goal kick there for Southampton. A 6-goal thriller at the racecourse as it stands. And Todd Rackett still not smiling. Well, some Wrexham fans have seen enough. Leaving the ground already. Well, I said already, it is 18th minute now, to be fair. If anyone was watching the FA Cup game on, what was it, Sunday? Yeah, on Easter. West Ham fans were trying to get back in once they scored the first one against Leeds. And then got the second one, then penalties. And then, of course, lost. Rathbone wins it. Can he keep it in play? He can. Shea Charles not worried about keeping it in. He smashes it clear. I'm thinking Bolton might get promoted. About time for them, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know about Bolton though, because they're always up there, but they just not very convincing. The performances are, the results aren't. Now I don't know. They're always up there in the table, but they just never. Never quite get over the line. Would like to see Bolton back in the Championship though. Bolton, Bradford, Stockport, and I think it's back to Stevenage are back in the top 6 maybe. I think. I can't remember who's 6th now. Plymouth are only like 3 points off it. They've had a good resurgence recently. Luton aren't far away. Loads of sides. Port Vale have beaten Rotherham. Well, they're almost relegated, but they're trying to bring Rotherham down with them. Rotherham are 11 points off it now as well. Exeter in huge trouble. Rotherham still have 2 games in hand though. James lays it off. Back to James, approaching the 90th minute here. How many added minutes will we have? I'm going to go for 4. Just before it comes on. It is 4. Take that. It could yet be 6. Cienza in the box. Oh, what a save from Okonkwo. Great save, to be fair to him. Could have been 6. Right in the corner from Cienza, just not enough power on it. And Bromley are about to beat Shrewsbury 2-1. That's come from 1-0 down as well. 12 points left to win. Not promoted yet. They could be promoted next weekend though, probably. With a 3-point victory. And other games going their way with results. Cordier for Southampton, they want 6. 3 left to play of added time. Steven Jarosek. Bingo to Daniela there as well. Peretz. Out to the left hand side it goes. And not kept in play for long. Decided to take the throw in instead of the goal kick. Thank you very much, Daniela. Yeah, let's have a quick look when the next one could be for live watch along. Also, Arsenal have just taken the lead in the Champions League against Sporting in the first leg. Next watch along, when will that be? Over the bar. Is there any football on tomorrow? Tomorrow, unless we do Marine Hereford in National League North tomorrow. What a thriller that could be. Friday's West Brom Millwall, big game. Saturday, I don't know what I'm doing, so not really sure. Sunday, Birmingham Wrexham. Potentially Sunday will be the next live stream. Tuesday 14th, there's quite a few big games there. Portsmouth Ipswich and Southampton Blackburn, same day. I'm not really sure exactly when the next one will be, but it won't be too far away. It never is. And at the business end of the season, I hope to do as many as I can. So 1.5 minutes left to go. Oh no, it's 50, not 30. 1 minute left to go then. I thought it was 92.30, not 92.50 on the time. 1 minute left to go here then. Here's O'Brien. Back it goes. 5-1 Southampton. Battering Wrexham in their own backyard. No one predicted this one to happen. A huge victory for Tonderekat's side. Will Wrexham achieve anything this season? I don't think so now. And if they were to get back in the playoffs, I don't think they'd be putting Southampton out of it. It would more likely be Hull or maybe even Middlesbrough. I don't know though. We'll have a look after the stream, after the final whistle, what Wrexham's running looks like. Right, that should be it then. And that is it. The Saints fans go crazy in the corner as Wrexham are defeated by Southampton 5-1 on this Tuesday night. What a game of football it was. Southampton are back above Wrexham into 6th place, 66 points, 2 above the Welsh side now with a game in hand, 2 points off Hull City with a game in hand, and only 6 points off the likes of Ipswich in second, although Ipswich do have a game in hand on Southampton as well. But Ipswich, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Southampton are all 6 points off all of them as well. Absolutely crazy game of football here this evening. Some brilliant goals scored by Southampton. The woodwork hit 4 or 5 times in this one as well, but in the end it's Southampton who get their 18th victory of the season. They score 5 again. They've scored the 3rd most goals in the Championship this season. Only Ipswich and Coventry have scored more goals this season in the Championship, which is a crazy stat. For Wrexham, they're 2 points off Southampton. They are 4 points off Hull. If they're going to make it, it looks like they're going to have to knock out Hull out of the top 6. For Derby, it's a big ask for them to get the top 6. They're only a point less than Wrexham. But as I keep saying, I think Southampton now will be fine. Let's quickly have a look then at every side's remaining fixtures just before the end. So Wrexham, they will have to play go fixtures. What's it doing? It's on to Millwall, not Wrexham. I want Wrexham, please. But yeah, that does seem like a huge result. Thank you, Eugene, for the goal update. So I'm watching a bailiff, apparently someone who has the money over to them. Could this be Wrexham going on a losing streak? Well, let's try find out who they have left to play. Right, if it wants to load this, something would be really good. I could just do it on my phone, it would be a lot quicker, but if it wants to update, that'd be fantastic. So, Wrexham have left to play Birmingham on Sunday. That has to be a win. I do think they will win that one. Stoke home, probably a win. Oxford away on the 21st is a huge game because Oxford need points, so maybe a point there. Coventry away and Middlesbrough at home. The final five: Birmingham, Stoke, Oxford, Coventry, Middlesbrough. So they have to play 2 of the top 6, 2 mid-table sides and 1 side fighting for their lives. I think they beat Birmingham, 3 points. Beat Stoke, that's 6. A draw versus Oxford, that's 7. Coventry could be on the beach by that time, so that's potentially 10. And on the far end against Middlesbrough, that could be 1 for 6th place, you know. Middlesbrough generally could drop out. I think they get a point there as well. So I think Wrexham will get 11 more points this season. So, someone remember, Wrexham 11. What would that be for them? 64, 75 points. Usually that's good enough for the playoffs. We'll do Derby as well, just because they're only a point off them. So it'd be rude not to. Derby's remaining games. They play Southampton next. I don't think they'll win that one. Then at home against Oxford. I think they do win that one. It's been close though. Norwich away, QPR away, Sheffield United home. So they play 1 side in the top 6, 1 side in the bottom 3, and 3 mid-table sides. I think they lose to Southampton, beat Oxford, 3 points, draw with Norwich, 4, beat QPR, that's 7, and beat Sheffield United, that's 10 points. That's not going to be enough for the playoffs. So that's what, 74, is it? How many points are they off? 73, 74 points for the Derby? Not enough anyway. That's what we're trying to say. That's a crazy result. Now we'll do Southampton and Hull and see how many points we have them going on to. So Southampton, they have left to play. How difficult are Southampton's fixtures? Let's have a look. They've got to play Derby, which I think they win. Blackburn at home, Swansea away, Bristol City at home, City in the FA Cup, Ipswich at home, Preston away on the final day. I think they beat Derby, 3 points, beat Blackburn, 3 points, beat Swansea, that's 9, beat Bristol City, 12, draw with Ipswich, 13, and they'll beat Preston, so 15 points added to Southampton's tally. So that's definitely a playoff spot. 15 is 81 points, I think Southampton finish on, and Hull City, will they make the playoffs or will it be Wrexham? Let's see by my quick calculations. So Hull have left to play. Just quickly loading. Hull have got to play Sheffield United away, Birmingham home, Leicester away, Charlton away, and Norwich home. So only 1 side in the bottom 3, 1 side really on form. I think they will beat Sheffield United probably, that's 3, beat Birmingham 6. The game against Leicester, can't really call, probably win that one, that's 9. Beat Charlton and lose to Norwich. So 12 points. So yeah, I think it'll end with the sides in the top 6, who currently are, I think. Is it worth doing Middlesbrough quickly, just for a laugh? Maybe it is. Let's quickly do them. Middlesbrough's the last one, then we'll end the stream. I just think this time of the season is so exciting. It's crazy to think that Middlesbrough in third could potentially drop out of the playoffs with 5 games to go. They'll win us in the last 5. And yes, they're creating a lot of chances, but they're giving up a lot of goals as well. Portsmouth, I think they draw at the moment. Ipswich, they lose. Sheffield Wednesday, they win, that's 4 points. Watford probably win and maybe draw or lose to Wrexham. So 7 or 8 points. And that would see Middlesbrough 7 or 8 points. Yeah, about 80 points. So I am predicting that Southampton will finish higher than Middlesbrough. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't think Wrexham will make the playoffs or anyone below them. Right, there we go. I will stop waffling and I will leave everyone go for the evening. Thanks very much for tuning into the stream. I do really appreciate it. I'll see you next for predictions for match 42 in the Championship. The season is going so quick, but it's so entertaining at the moment that it's hard not to be addicted to the best league in the world. What was the full-time Bromley score just before we head off? I know Port Vale did win their game. Did Bromley win 2-1 in the end? It's not even loading. Come on. They did. They beat Shrewsbury 2-1. Massive win for them. If you went on to enjoy the stream, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video very soon, guys. Take care. Stay safe as always. Thank you very much for tuning in. Wrexham get battered by Southampton 5-1, and it takes a huge blow to their playoff hopes, where Southampton go from stride to stride, and looks like no one can stop them now in the race for promotion. Wrexham, I think that might be that for them this season. It may be another year in the Championship. No, back-to-back promotions for them. That might be off the cards. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much, Count Swan, as well. Appreciate that message. And I'll see you guys in the next very soon, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Goodbye.